When you hear about sports contracts, nothing grabs attention quite like NFL megadeals or Premier League wages. $500 million for Patrick Mahomes, hundreds of thousands of pounds every single week for Kevin De Bruyne. But beneath the headlines, these two systems couldn't be more different. The NFL dazzles with headline numbers, while Premier League contracts quietly guarantee stability. Today, we're going deep to find out who really has it better, NFL players or Premier League stars? The hype versus the reality. In America, NFL contracts make global news because the numbers are massive. Patrick Mahomes signed a $503 million contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Josh Allen all signed deals in the $200 to $260 million range. To the average fan, those numbers look like lottery wins. But here's the catch. NFL contracts are rarely fully guaranteed. That Mahomes $500 million deal, only a portion is locked in. The rest can vanish if he's injured, cut, or simply underperforms. It's like buying a house but only owning half the keys. Meanwhile, over in England, the Premier League system looks smaller on paper. Kevin De Bruyne earns about £20 million a year. Mohamed Salah, around £18 million. Cristiano Ronaldo, during his second stint at Manchester United, was on £500,000 per week. These numbers may look modest compared to NFL headlines, but there's one critical difference. Nearly all of it is guaranteed. Whether they're injured, benched, or even falling out of favor, Premier League players still collect their paycheck. NFL structure, complicated by design. NFL contracts have layers, base salaries, signing bonuses, roster bonuses, performance incentives, and so on. Dak Prescott's $160 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys was headlined everywhere, but only $95 million of that was truly guaranteed. The rest depended on staying healthy, performing, and keeping his spot. Teams build in outs to protect themselves. They can release players early, often with little financial consequence. That's why NFL veterans sometimes get cut the day before their salary is due, saving the team millions. Even the richest NFL players live with uncertainty. Yes, the signing bonus, often tens of millions up front, provides security. But after that, every year is a gamble. Premier League. Stability is king. Contrast that with the Premier League. A contract is a simple exchange. Years of service for a fixed weekly wage. If Jack Grealish signs for £300,000 a week, he's getting it every week until the contract expires, even if he's out with a torn ACL or sitting on the bench. Take Paul Pogba as an example. His form at Manchester United was inconsistent, and he missed long stretches through injury. But United still had to pay him his £290,000 a week. Over the course of his deal, that added up to tens of millions, regardless of performance. There are bonuses too, goal bonuses, win bonuses, appearance fees. But those are just extra cash on top of guaranteed money. For NFL players, incentives often replace guaranteed cash. For Premier League stars, incentives are icing on the cake. Career lengths, the silent decider. The average NFL career lasts just 3.3 years. That's shockingly short. Injuries, competition, and the physical brutality of the game mean many athletes never make it past their rookie contract. Even superstars struggle to sustain a decade at the top. Premier League careers, by contrast, often last 10 to 15 years at elite level. Players like James Milner, Cristiano Ronaldo, or Gareth Barry have racked up nearly 2 decades in the top flight. That steady stream of weekly wages over more than a decade means lifetime earnings often eclipse NFL totals, despite NFL headlines being bigger. Consider this: Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. earned around $332 million in contracts over 23 years. Cristiano Ronaldo has earned over $600 million in wages across Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and now Al Nassr. And that doesn't even include endorsements. Longevity plus guaranteed wages equals massive financial security. Who holds the power? NFL teams hold nearly all the power in contract negotiations. Once a player signs, he's bound. He can be traded without consent. He can be cut without warning. If he refuses to play, he risks fines and suspension. Even elite stars like Le'Veon Bell, who held out for a season to demand security, ended up losing money and momentum. In the Premier League, transfer culture shifts power toward players. If a player is unhappy, another club can swoop in, pay a transfer fee, and buy them out. Neymar's famous $263 million move from Barcelona to PSG was possible because of a release clause. That kind of mobility doesn't exist in the NFL. And with guaranteed wages, Premier League players often hold all the cards. Clubs must weigh every signing carefully because a bad deal means millions wasted with no escape. Bonuses, different roles. Bonuses exist in both leagues, but the context is different. In the NFL, performance incentives reward reaching statistical milestones. Roster bonuses pay for simply making the team. Workout bonuses encourage players to attend off-season programs. In short, bonuses fill the gap left by non-guaranteed contracts. They are carrots dangled in front of players. In the Premier League, goal bonuses can reach £50,000 per strike. Appearance fees add tens of thousands per game. Winning the Champions League can bring millions in collective bonuses. But here, bonuses add to the guaranteed salary rather than replacing it. Lifestyle effects. NFL players live with financial uncertainty. They know their careers could end tomorrow. Some spend lavishly, but many feel pressure to save, invest, and lock away cash for the future. That's why stories of NFL rookies living frugally, driving old cars, living with parents often go viral. Premier League stars live with stability. Weekly wages drop like clockwork, so they feel freer to splash out on cars, fashion, or vacation villas. That's why Cristiano Ronaldo has a fleet of Bugattis, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang drives gold-wrapped supercars. The money is guaranteed, so they spend with confidence. Case studies, outliers. There are exceptions. Deshaun Watson signed the NFL's first fully guaranteed contract in 2022, $230 million over 5 years with the Cleveland Browns. That deal shocked the NFL because it looked more like a Premier League contract, security locked in no matter what. But that is rare. On the Premier League side, some players negotiate pay-as-you-play deals later in their careers. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for example, had contracts structured with appearance-based pay when injuries piled up. But even then, the majority of the wage was guaranteed. The verdict: so who has it better? NFL contracts deliver big headline-grabbing numbers, but those numbers are smoke and mirrors. Much of the cash can disappear with one injury or one bad season. Premier League contracts are smaller on paper, but nearly all of it is guaranteed. With longer careers and steady wages, players often end up wealthier and more secure over time. If you're a fan of big gambling payouts, the NFL looks better. But if you want stability, guaranteed wealth, and player power, the Premier League takes the crown. Closing. So, what do you think? Would you rather be an NFL star with the chance at $500 million, but the risk of losing half of it? Or a Premier League player with steady millions guaranteed season after season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of money and football.